Hello fellow adrenaline junkies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Amy. I'm a full-time traveler and digital nomad who's traveled to 40 different countries. Today I'm taking you back in time to when I jumped off the tallest bridge bungee in the world in South Africa. I'm gonna go through all the details so you know exactly what to expect if you're thinking about doing it. Before we jump into the action, let's take a moment to appreciate Bloukrans Bridge and its surroundings. This iconic bridge is found along the Garden Route, which is a popular road trip route for tourists and locals alike. It's right off the N2 highway, which is where the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape come together, and that's where the border is. So if you ask me, it's a pretty crazy place to do a bungee jump. In fact, it's Africa's highest bridge that stands over the Bloukrans River Valley. And when you decide to do bungee jumping there, you're throwing yourself off 216 meters.
How are you guys feeling?
Horrible.
Nervous?
So here's the deal. I was traveling along the Garden Route with a group of friends that I met traveling in Cape Town that convinced me to come, and it was only the night before that we decided to do this bungee jump. In fact, I didn't even really want to do it, and my friend kind of persuaded me and then just booked all of it for us. I'd already done the highest bridge bungee in New Zealand in 2019, which was 134 meters, an 8.5 second free fall, and really scary. So I didn't exactly need to do another bungee jump. I mean, I already ticked one off the bucket list. I didn't need to go back. I had done skydiving. I thought I was in the clear. And if you've done bungee jumping before, you'll know that it's kind of like a one and done unless you're a little bit crazy and like to do adrenaline activities all the time. When we actually got suited up, I was terrified. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I was shaking. I couldn't stop talking just to distract myself. As you're getting suited up and getting harnesses on and everything, the instructors give you a little bit of information about what's going to happen. However, if you're anything like me, you will not be paying attention to that and you will be panicking. One of the coolest parts about the entire experience is that you get to zip line from one end of the bridge to the other where you're going to jump. I kind of wish that this zip line happened at the end of the bungee jumping experience instead of beforehand, because you don't really have a chance to properly enjoy the views from above as you're doing the zip line, because all you're thinking about is, holy shit, in 10 seconds I'm gonna have to jump off this bridge. When you actually get to the platform, things move pretty quickly. The day that I got there, our group of 4 was the only group on the platform and they got us ready immediately. They put us in order of who was gonna go first, and luckily I was not. I got placed third, so I had a chance to kind of get myself ready, get in the right mindset, and watch my friends jump off a bridge. When it came to the actual jump, you're put in this boot that keeps your ankles together, so you can't really walk over to the edge, and you need to put your arms around 2 people that help you kind of waddle over to the edge. And then it's go time. You don't really have any time to think. They count you down 3, 2, 1, jump, and you just have to do your best swan dive out into the open. The feeling is unlike anything I've ever experienced before, besides the previous bungee. However, there's not really any particular way to describe it other than it felt like my chest was going to explode and my heart was going to come out of my chest. But once you have that first bounce, maybe about 12 seconds after the free fall, then you can relax a lot more. You really just get to take in the beautiful views of the trees from above, and you're much closer and you can see everything, and it's gorgeous. But the way they bring you up back onto the platform after you jump is absurd. You pretty much wait upside down, hanging with the cord, until another man just goes doop, 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 and comes down to get you. Then he turns you upright, clips you on with one single carabiner, and then they hoist you guys back up together. Does it sound like the safest method? Probably not. But I still did it. And honestly, it was the scariest part of the whole experience, because the jump is quick, but when you're getting hoisted up, you are just sitting there and praying and hoping that you're not going to just fall off or detach from the guy that is taking you up. So I was holding onto this man's legs for dear life, like literally holding on, and he was like, relax, and kind of laughing at me. But I'm telling you, it is so scary getting brought back up. It felt like ages until we actually got to the top of the platform, and when they do get you up there, they don't just take you up right away. They unclip the guy first, and you're kind of just dangling there, wondering if you're gonna fall and slip and somehow just do another bungee with your bungee cord. Luckily that didn't happen. They brought me back onto the safe platform, and I was really relieved. As you can probably imagine, when you're done, you have an insane amount of adrenaline running through you. It's really great to see the things that you can do when you really just push yourself out of your comfort zone. When you're done, instead of taking the bungee back, which would have been the best idea in my opinion, you have to walk across a bridge that has, you know, gates all along it, and you can see the view from below, from the sides. It's really beautiful, and you just make your way back to solid ground. That's when they try to like whip you into their little studio where they have photos and videos of the entire experience, and they try to get you to buy them. So the experience without the photos included is 1,490 Rand currently, which if you're doing the math is only around $80 and is such a good price for bungee jumping pretty much anywhere in the world. To give you a little reference, when I did it in New Zealand, it was about $200 to $250. My biggest tip for anyone who's thinking about doing this experience is to not look down before you jump. Seriously, don't do it. Don't think about it. Look straight ahead to where you're going to be jumping. Don't look down. It just makes things 1,000 times worse. And I've heard stories of people that just look down when they're on the platform to jump and they back out, or they take ages to actually get off the platform. Instead, look out right to the trees. It's a beautiful view. You won't regret it. Just look straight ahead, and when it's time to jump, jump. Don't hesitate when they count you down. Just go. Just have it in your head when you get to 1, or when they say go, that you just go. Also, make sure you're prepared to have a good swan dive, because if you don't have a good dive, it could be a little bit dangerous. And actually, one of the guys that was with us was terrified, and I think he was second up. And he didn't do a jump at all, really. He kind of was pushed. If I have a clip, I'll insert it. And he just kind of fell, and his knees were not straight. He didn't jump out at all. And a lot of the time that can be dangerous because you can kind of get tangled up in the cord. So it's always best to just go straight out, jump as far as you can, arms out, and they'll also give you instructions on how to do this. And lastly, I would suggest getting your friends or whoever you're with to take photos and videos of you with your phone, because that way you don't have to spend the extra money on the footage they give you. Plus, I didn't really care to have the footage by holding a GoPro and like showing yourself falling and holding it screaming. I kind of just wanted to see myself jumping off it. So if you don't want to spend the extra money, if you're on a budget, just get a friend or family member to take the video for you. It's definitely not an experience I thought I'd ever have in South Africa. I didn't think I would be bungee jumping ever again in my life, to be honest, but I'm so glad I did it. And if you're someone who's seeking adventure, then I would definitely recommend it to you. I spent 6 months in Cape Town and around that area traveling, so I have plenty of content in South Africa. If you're interested, you can find some of my videos here. And thanks for watching so much. I will see you in the next video on Wednesday. Bye!